Yo, that is what up. Welcome back to Judio Z. And, well, I need to mute. No, never mind. I've already muted myself, so we're all good. Don't worry. Hi there, Smithens. I see you, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Don't know how you did that, but apparently you've actually been able to retract your own membership edition or whatever. So that's kind of weird and funny. I don't know how you did that, but that's really cool. Either way, guys, thank you very much for joining the stream. We're gonna actually rush through this as fast as we can because I'm actually supposed to be back to work in about 50 minutes, something like that. So we'll just go ahead and start checking the patch notes. Let me just see. Have I muted everything on my end? Yes, it should be fine now. Good, 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 good. Let's begin. We'll check the patch notes first, and then we'll check the few events that we had in here really quick as well, just in case. Now, I'm just gonna make sure you can still hear me. It's a bit weird because I have a weird interface, but like cheap knockoff Chinese interface if I need to be very specific. But yeah, we should be good to go now. So, greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Heroes who sense danger with their spider sense and defeat their enemies with spider webs have been upgraded. Agents join the Men's? The Spider-Men now. Scarlet Spider, who has returned or has turned into Chasm, has acquired Tier 3 abilities. By the way, I did spoil myself a little bit. I couldn't wait. But yes, it looks like it's going to be even better than what I was expecting. So we will have to, we will actually get a Tier 3 character. And it turns out to be Scarlet Spider. So that's pretty cool. So he will be Chasm. Of course, we knew that. He's going to be Tier 3. And Spider-Man obviously was going to get his Tier 4. In addition, Arachnite has succeeded in controlling his new personality using the technologies of 2099 and has acquired various or potential transcendence, together with the Infinity Warps team. Okay, so actually this I did not get spoiled for. So this is actually pretty interesting. We're going to get a few extra characters that are gonna be able to go to World Boss Legend. I don't know how helpful they're gonna be, but that's still pretty great that we can actually transcend the warp, Infinity Warp characters. That doesn't change things too much for me. I still think I will get. Obviously, I will get Moon Girl first in just a couple of days. Actually, she should be transcended. I'll get Kid Nova next because he's even older than Infinity Warp's characters, and then it's gonna be Infinity Warp's characters, and then Absorbing Man, unless Absorbing Man is required from story, in which case I cannot really, obviously avoid that. I will have to get him. So this is how I'll do it, I think, for now. So check out the new skills and upgraded powers by downloading the patch. Patch is gonna be available today after I think the reset, the Shadowland reset. But yeah, so now there are 3 new uniforms. The 3 new uniforms will be for Spider-Man, Arachnite, and Chasm. So this is the classic uniform. The portrait looks very badly edited in, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like an actual picture of the actual movie. But okay, he's gonna be a speed superhero, of course, the usual. Now this is gonna change a lot of the passives, and then he's gonna increase critical rate by 30%, dodge rate by 30. Excluding bosses, he will ignore enemies' damage decrease by 50%. So still, this doesn't help us a lot on World Boss Legend, but even his tier 3 skill is changing, which great, finally, right? So I'm hoping this is actually going to be much better. His tier 3 is kind of crap. No, wait, the tier 3 skill did change, right? No, never, my bad. The tier 3 skill has changed already with the previous uniform. It's just, I'm guessing they're going to keep it the same. They're just saying it's changed compared to the base stats. Either way, let's see. Now, he will apply web. He will have 25% ignore defense for 10 seconds. Ignore dodge by 25%, invincibility for 10 seconds, remove all debuffs for 10 seconds, and increase all attack by 25, all defense by 25, and he will just have the damage after that, so that's fine. The passive, when HP is below 50%, he will recover 30% of HP. I don't think he had this one, though. And then he'll also get invincibility and ignore targeting. That's interesting. No, I think he did get this one as well. It's gonna be a little bit of that for me right now because it's a bit difficult to keep track of what's actually new and what we had already with the previous uniform. That's kind of annoying. So tier 2 passive will increase dodge rate by 25% and increase damage dealt to supervillains by 60%. So this is half of what Miles gets, but that's still better than nothing. So that's really nice. This actually does help us with World Boss Legend, so that's good. The first skill will have stun, second skill will have web, the third will have stun, silence, and all attack buff of 50%. Fourth skill will have ignore iframe, so still timeline kind of uniform, but okay. It will remove the active buff from the target. It will apply web, ignoring immunity. It will recover for 30%, so that's nice. I don't think we had a heal. And it will have a 70% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, and invincibility effects for 5 seconds. It will remove all debuffs for 5 seconds, and damage accumulation dependent on damage that he deals. So that's really, really good. Lastly, the fifth skill will have stun, web, and invincibility, and buff to all attack and defense by 30, all speed by 1, and critical rate by 15. And also a mini proc of for 1 second. What am I saying? A mini proc of 100%. Sorry, what the hell? Now we're gonna check Arachnite. He's gonna look interesting, that's for sure. Now it's gonna be a 1050 uniform, the usual superhero, human, justice, male, blah blah blah, just like Spidey. It will change a lot of the passives, of course. It will increase chain hit damage by 15% when attacking super armored. It will give him super armor and increase all defense by 40%. So the leadership skill will change as well. So now it will apply to all Infinity Warp's allies, and whenever there's, so basically it depends on how many Infinity Warp's characters you have on the team. If it's just one, so if it's just him, it will increase all attacks by 45%. If there is two, so him and some other Infinity Warp's character, it will increase it by 55%. And lastly, if there's three, so if it's a full team of Infinity Warp's characters, he will increase it by 65%. So that's pretty good. Now the passive will give him a 40% increase of HP and ignore dodge by 25%. The tier 2 passive will increase guaranteed dodge rate by 30% and critical rate, guaranteed critical rate by 35%. It has to be noted that it's a guaranteed one, that's why I had to repeat. And it also increases skill damage by 35% and bonus damage by 25%. First skill will deal bleed, second skill will deal stun, web, paralysis, barrier, so basically that's a shield for 8 hits for 5 seconds. And then the third skill will deal bleed, silence, it will have paralysis, which ignores immunity. It will have a heal of 30%, so that's really great for him. That was a bit annoying, he couldn't heal before, I think. So yeah, that's really, really helpful, and it will increase all attack and defense by 50%, all speed by 10, and critical rate by 15%. The fourth skill will have basically immunity for 7 seconds and a mini proc of 90%. And the last skill, the fifth one, Yoron, what up man, how's it going? The fifth skill will deal bleed, will decrease recovery rate by 30%, so that's really interesting. And then web for 5 seconds, paralysis for 3 seconds, decrease all defense by 10%, stackable to 40%, and then a 20% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects. That's low, but okay, it's a basic skill. And invincibility for 7 seconds, and also a buff to attacks by 40%. Damn, lots of effects on these guys. I'm liking it thus far. By the way, Ron, I've actually started Genshin Impact. That game is actually pretty awesome. I haven't paid anything or will ever pay anything for anything in there, so. But yeah, it looks really awesome, especially if you play it on PC. That's really great. So now Chasm will be a speed super villain, 1050 uniform. Basically, he's just still gonna have he's still gonna be a human male and justice as his instinct. Now the uniform effect will change a couple of passives. It will increase chain hit damage by 10% when attacking, ignore dodge by 15%, and decrease damage received by 20%. I gave away 4 crystal coupons on your Discord server, bro. Yeah, thank you very much, man. I did see that. That was really, really great. Let's see, the passive will increase all attacks by 35%, immunity to paralyze effect, interesting, and immunity to stun effect. By the way, I don't want to, ignore you or anything, but I'm actually just rushing really fast because in about 45 minutes I should be back to work, and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm hoping I can get the chance to eat as well. So the tier 2 passive will increase damage dealt to superhero faction, or sorry, to super villain faction by 40% and dealt to superhero by 35%. It will increase skill damage by 35% and bonus damage by 35%. I don't remember if it was this good before, but this is really nice. If it is the same as the, but I don't think it's the same as the previous, just the base look, because they wouldn't add it in here if that was the case. Now, the second skill will change. It will give him web for 2 seconds, remove active buff for 1 second, and then just damage. Third skill will have counterattack and ignore iframe. It will stun the enemy for 3 seconds, silence them for 3 seconds. It will have a shield of 4 hits for 5 seconds. It will have damage accumulation dependent on damage that you deal. That's pretty nice, but the percentage is pretty low. That's kind of trash, but okay. Fourth skill will deal web. Sorry, I almost said bleed. So he'll web them up. He will decrease all defense by 80%, stackable to 60. That's pretty nice. And then he will heal for 25% of the health. So that's not a bad amount. And then he'll have immunity for 4 seconds. Increase, so also a mini proc of 60% as well. And all defense down effect actually ignores immunity. Yo, see, Sesk. Is that Sesk? Nice. All right. Hi there. Welcome. How's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. So that's it for the fourth skill. The fifth skill will deal burn. And then it will have webbing. It will have fracture. It will give him invincibility. It will increase all defense and attack by 45%, all speed by 1, critical rate by 30. And that's pretty much it for the fifth skill, man. That's it for the uniforms as well. Yeah, that was all of them. They were pretty good uniforms. I'm not gonna lie, I did like them all. Obviously, I'm getting them all either way, however they are, but yeah, still. So let's see the tier 3 skill of Scarlet Spider. So Scarlet Spider now available for tier 3 advancement. As a clone, Scarlet Spider needs powerful abilities to find the answers to his personality. I did not know that was the case. I have no clue what his backstory is, nor did I really care that much, but okay, whatever. It's not, I don't feel like, oh, they're making a black guy, Spider-Man, that's a problem. No, bruh, create new characters. Even if the actual person is white, we already have a white Spider-Man, my friend. We have a fucking Spider-Man, just overall. Give us something else, do something else, something new. So yeah, equality, man. I don't care if clone of a fucking already established hero is black or white. They're both bullshit. They should do something new. So we already saw this part. Now let's see the skill itself. So it will apply web for 3 seconds. It will have an 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects for 10 seconds. It will give him invincibility for 8, and then increase all attacks by 50%, all defense by 30, and all speed by 1%. So that's pretty much it for the tier 3 skill. But I mean, he does have damage accumulation, so that could be good. Let's see that. Let's go ahead and check that tier 3 skill out. It looks pretty fun, So I'm really liking it. Let's see the tier 4 for Spider-Man. Spider-Man is now available for tier 4 advancement. Spider-Man will use his new powers in the right way and with more responsibility, of course, more power. So makes sense. Now, Hero's responsibility is the actual striker skill. It will remove the active buff from the target. It includes all debuffs. Okay, interesting. Does that mean this guy affects Shadowland as well? He can do any floor. He will web the enemy, of course, and then when striker skill is used, he will also increase all attacks by 80%. So I mean, it's a buff to damage. It's a buff to PvP. Potential as well, I'm guessing. I don't know if you're really gonna take advantage of the buff type effects if you use it on PvE. but still pretty okay, I guess. He probably will be really, really annoying to play against on timeline. So that's great. Now, Arachnite, Ironhammer, Ghost Panther, and Weapon Hex, Potential Awakening, and Transcendence. So that's 4, bruh. That's 4 transcended characters in one. That's a bit annoying. I was trying to catch up. They're playing, man. They're playing with me. There you go. Ah, well, I thought I was gonna get to catch up, but yeah, no, they had other plans. So through this January patch, the 4 members of the Infinity Warps have acquired Potential Awakening and Transcendence. This could have been a whole update in itself, and maybe we could have done like Soldier Supreme, or Wolverine with Emma. A lot of characters right now that have merged. But either way, let's see. So we'll start with Arachnite. He will deal webbing, a critical rate increase of 35, same with critical damage, ignore dodge by 70%, 70% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects. And also I should claim my dailies. I forgot, damn it. I'll do that while I read these out to you guys. So he will have invincibility for 8 seconds. He will remove all debuffs, and he will increase all attack and defense by 25%. Let's check the one for Iron Hammer. He will deal shock. He will have critical rate and damage increased by 35%, dodge by 70%. He's ignoring that, and a 70% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects. Invincible for 8 seconds, remove all debuffs for 7 seconds, and then increase all attacks by 25%, basic defense by 25%, and that's the damage after that. Now we'll check Ghost Panther. Let's get rid of this thing here while I check that. So he will have burn, a critical rate increase of 35%, critical damage of 35%. This is great, by the way. Ghost Panther is crazy as a support, so this is really, really good news. If you want to actually transcend one of these guys, start with Ghost Panther, no matter how good the rest are. So critical rate increase of 35%, critical damage increase of 35%, dodge ignored by 70%, 70% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune effects. He will have invincibility for 8 seconds, and a buff to attack and defense by 25%. Now, lastly, the one for Weapon Hex will have mind control for 4 seconds. That's nice. Critical rate and critical damage increase of 35%, ignoring dodge, and having the same amount of percentage, like 70% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects, invincibility for 8 seconds, remove all debuffs for 7, and a buff to attack and defense by 25%. Now, let's go ahead and just watch them one by one, because this is a bit too chaotic. So let's see. The first one is from the point of view of Arachnite, so let's see that again. They all show up in there, so all 4 of them. This is going to be a pretty cool effect to see, and this is also really similar to the one for Valkyrie, Sif, and Heimdall. So this is pretty cool. This is from the point of view of Iron Hammer, I think. This is really, really awesome. Yes, it was Iron Hammer, so it kind of looks the same. This the start and the end changes, where like you see the slam of the last character is just your character. There you go. Now this is from Ghost Panther's point of view. There you go, gets his claws ready, just slashing the enemy really, really well. Boop, one last slam to the ground, and a lot of burn in the end. This is from Weapon Hex's point of view, I think. She's the only one left. Yes, it was. Let's see that one more time really quick. Come on, use it. All right, so got it. Perfect. I just wanted to see the beginning of it. So new artifacts for Scarlet Spider, Arachnite, Iron Hammer, Ghost Panther, and Weapon Hex and Vina added. So the one for Scarlet Spider will actually have more support. So 50% chance. So this is gonna apply to Spider Sense characters. It will have a 50% chance to remove all debuffs received, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%, and increase all attack by 10%, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. So that's pretty good. It's actually still support, so that's really awesome. This guy keeps getting like more support the whole time. The next one is for Arachnite. It will have a 15% chance to dodge all attack and all additional of 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. Ignore non-boss enemies damage decreased by 10%, and an additional 0.2% of total instinct up to 200%. The next one is going to be for Iron Hammer. It will increase lightning damage by 30% of lightning resist, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. It will increase basic damage dealt to super villains by 15%, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. So there's another support character. Let's see what he gets, but this is just to self, so I guess no more support for him. He already has quite a lot of support anyway, so it's fine. He will increase fire damage by 30% and off fire resist, an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%, and increase damage dealt to super villains by 15%, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200% again. Lastly, weapon hacks will increase mind damage by 30% of mind resist, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%, and increase damage dealt to super villains by 15%, and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. There's some other improvements and changes. The Infinity Warp's ability has been added in the Team My Team All abilities. Arachnite's ability, Weapon Master, has been changed to Infinity Warps. Okay, that's a bit annoying. No more team up with Taskmaster, but okay, I guess. Iron Hammer's ability magic has been changed to Infinity Warps as well. We'll see what Infinity Warps essentially does then. So a lot of these characters have been given Infinity Warps. We'll see what that is. We'll look forward to your active participation in the events that will be held to support the updated heroes. Thank you. Let's check those events really quick. I don't want to waste too much time, but let's see it. Let's see it. So the Spider Sense chest, I'm guessing these are the paid ones. Yes, they are. There's the contents inside, so we don't really care about those. We can go ahead to the next one. I actually did not see the event itself, which is the most important part. So greetings agent, blah, blah, we'll see the actual events. I'll try not to spend too long there. All the uniforms will have a discount of 40%. The World Boss Legend event, what? What the hell? Wait a second. So this is, instead of having the boss events, we have World Boss Legend event. What the hell? Meet the event World Bosses. Now you can select the difficulty when entering, acquire additional accumulated clear count rewards, including growth materials during the event. So you can go on Null, Mephisto, and Ultron for now. The difficulty is going to be beginner, normal, or ultimate. Requirements, if you go on beginner, you can go with tier 1s, 3-star or higher. Normal and ultimate, you can go with tier 1, 6-star or higher. So I'm guessing this is still going to be really easy. So you want to go with ultimate most likely. Because, you know, you bring a tier 4 to the fucking gunfight, you're fine. Yeah, so essentially it's going to be 15 energy per entry. You can go on it twice, so that's 30 energy. Let's see what the rewards are going to be there. Yeah, pretty good rewards. So let's see. So beginner and normal. So essentially, if you go on beginner and normal, you just get tier 2 advancement materials. If you go on ultimate, you get tier 2 and tier 3 materials. So yeah, I would go with ultimate the whole time. Accumulated clear count rewards. So essentially, if you clear it 3 times, if you clear them 3 times, you get Essence of Dimension. If you clear them 5 times, you get Awakening Crystals. If you clear them 8 times, you'll get 150 Mandalay Gem Fragments. If you clear them 11 times, you get Titan Component Packs. And if you clear them 14 times, you get Odin's Blessings. So you get a chest for it. So this is gonna be on for how many days? Come on, let me know. It's like 10 or 11 days. And if you do 2 per day, that's definitely going to be doable. So yeah, you can definitely do this. Maybe you can miss like a couple of days. I don't know. Just you do the math, because I don't have enough time to or care enough to do it. I'll just go with ultimate essentially. I think it's going to be fine. So hero growth bonus mission during this event, blah, blah, blah. So we'll have just the events for every character and uniform that we are going to get right now. We're going to have a ranking event for each Infinity Warps character. So that's really, really good. Don't know what they're gonna actually give as the reward, but that's great. Gold bonus mission as well, 50 million gold, be ready. And then the BAM and Chaos Northstones that we always get. Artifact and equip cost will be 50% off. So this said it would start today. So I think we can actually start and we'll see what's gonna happen after the reset anyway. But yeah, this should be all good. And reset happens in 20 minutes, so I also should be done really soon, so I can actually claim the rest of the daily energy and whatever rewards I get. But yeah, I think this was it for this event. Yep, so let's check the other posts just in case I missed something. Hero package, this is just the most retarded stuff. You never want to pick these ones out because they are really just traps for you to spend all your crystals on and get just destroyed. And there's also an event, one of the usual stuff where you challenge the enhanced event world boss. So instead of the world boss that we used to have, we'll have the event world boss. So that means more tier 3 materials. We get about like almost 20, like 15 to 20 something, I would guess. I don't know exactly how much, but yeah, and if you actually do this event, you'll get like some chaos northstones and bam and boost points. Really, like what the hell? Either way, that sounds really good. So once in a while we'll be getting this event instead of the previous event where we do like the really old bosses that were really easy to kill and they just give you a little bit of bam and chaos northstones and maybe X-Men materials if it was an X-Men kind of event. But yeah, this should be pretty much great. Big miss in my opinion. They could have added the tier 4 materials to that. I did not actually pay attention. That is a good point. They could have added some, at least a chance to get some carbonadium and whatever else we need. But I think carbonadium is the one that we're really in need of. But yeah, not much we can do. It is gonna be pretty much like easy mode anyway. I'm guessing like if all you're required to have to actually go in it is just a tier 1 at 6 stars, man, you're just gonna destroy that floor really quick. It's just like a few seconds probably. So yeah, at least I can kind of justify it that way, but it would have been nice if they just gave you like 5 of each, something like that. Either way though, guys, I'm really sorry. I had to end this really I have to end this really fast, or right now essentially. This is great. Obviously we'll have to see what the event is in just 20 minutes, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Even though it's not exactly what we wanted, it's still pretty good and a step in the right direction. So that should be awesome. So thank you very much, guys, again, and I hope you have a really nice day and that you enjoyed the event. So let me know on Discord as well, and I'll see ya. Bye bye, guys. Awesome.
control can be affected by